Hello and welcome to episode 10 of Regular Features.
Regular Features.
And I think there was one particular request which might be worth attempting very briefly, which was to try and sing a barbershop quartet song about raping seals.
Having a nice time.
Having a nice time.
Having a nice time. United in our love of raping seals.
So my regular feature is I've taken the Pivot questionnaire, which is from the French series. So you all know this, obviously.
Oh, yes.
The Boulon de Culture, which is hosted by Bernard Pivot.
The Boulon de Culture.
Everyone knows
The pivot. The pivot's questionnaire.
The pivot questionnaire. But
Is that like a
Boulon de Chausseur?
It's been adopted.
Shoebakers.
It's been adopted by James Lipton for Inside the Actor Studio.
Who's that guy?
He's a guy that gets an actor on and basically wanks him off for an hour.
What sort of...
It's a
what
show.
sort
It's a
of
show in
TV
America.
you watch?
He's on Arrested Development as well. He's the
It's the
prison
definition
guard.
of you'll know him when you see him.
Yeah,
Okay,
completely.
okay.
Yeah. He's been in The Simpsons a bunch of times as
All
well.
right, so what is this?
But basically, he asks his guests a series of 10 questions.
Right.
And I thought we could try and answer those questions about our fellow regular feature people.
So yet again, you sort of haven't really prepared a feature?
Whoa. This
Sort
is
of
good.
Just Googled something?
No, it's good. It's going to be good.
Well,
What,
we'll let
Well,
ourselves
it's-
be the
if
judge
it's-
of that, Gavin.
Well, it's up to you to make this feature good. So if you
gonna
want to
say-
judge, you'll be judging yourselves.
I was getting that impression.
Thanks. Good.
Hooray!
I'm expected to perform for someone else's feature. It's enough that I have to put 5 minutes of effort into my own fucking
And then I've
feature.
got to perform for my feature because I'm trying to be personally funny here. Whereas
Jesus.
I'm going to be part
How
of
much
this.
funny
I'm
do you
gonna
want
be part
out
of
of
this?
God damn it.
Matt, what is Steve's favourite word?
Oh, we have to ask questions about each other.
This is
This
the
how it
thing.
works in the Pivot.
No, this is not how it works.
Oh,
in
you've
the Pivot.
you've thrown a...
I've dicked it.
You've
I've
thrown a
dicked
pipe
it
in my
right
spokes,
up.
mate. What is Steve's favourite word?
If it helps, Ben Stiller's favourite word is galaxy.
No, you see, Steve's is probably something quite
that
pretentious.
should help.
Because he likes his pretentious words. He likes looking up on the thesauruses and stuff. I never look at thesauruses. I just use what I know. Stick to what you know, that's what I say.
Is Umpopo a word? Because if it is, I reckon it's your favourite.
Oh, but you've just changed my favourite word.
I'm going to go with blancmange.
That's a good one. Steve?
No, it's papal.
Oh, nice.
Oddly, I think I knew that.
Yeah, you probably did. I use it a lot.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
In
know.
all of those essays I write about the Pope.
Why do you do that?
I love how you... Isn't he
What-
papal, though? So papal.
He's
He's
so
such a papal bloke.
He's a paper little shit, isn't he?
I love
round here.
all the words that they've got, like things like only like the Holy See, SEE, like
That's
the
like-
Holy See.
That's like he's looking at you and pointing at his own eyes, then pointing those two things at you,
Yeah.
saying, "Holy fucking see, mate."
Holy
so
see.
Be right.
Holy
mate.
fucking see.
Straighten up and fly right, because fucking holy see, mate.
You took 2 bits of little bread with that one. Fucking holy see that.
Yeah.
Watch yourself.
Holy watching.
Steve, what do you think Log's least favourite word is? If it helps, Alan Alda from MASH said his was vomit.
Who is Alan Dash?
Did you watch MASH? He was Benjamin Perkins in MASH.
No, I don't know.
That'd be a different show.
Sorry, I've interrupted for no reason at all. Log, answer your question.
No, it's
It's
specific
not,
about
it's not
Log.
for me to answer
Log.
questions about my favourite words.
Well,
Apparently not.
That's the spin-off podcast. Just Log reading out words.
If I say Gavs, what's your favourite word? Riding high in the iTunes charts.
Okay, that didn't even noteworthy.
I imagine that Log is currently racing through words in his mind to try and think of. I bet you don't even have a least favourite word.
No, he definitely does. Look at his little face.
There was a name of a road. I've forgotten the name of the road.
Well, you're definitely not going to fucking guess this, Steve,
Well, no.
let me tell you.
But every time I went past it, I thought, that's such an ugly word. I wish I could forget it. But I'm being driven past this road on the way to school every day of my life. I'll never forget that word.
It will definitely be something I say.
Now I could look it up on Google Maps and tell you what the road is that I hate.
M25.
It's the fucking M25! Oh, God!
This podcast is over!
Is the M25 a word?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just accept that.
I just said it.
Yeah, but
What if it wasn't a word? What did I just say?
Jesus.
Log, what is your least favourite word? It's that word that you can't think of.
It's not Garbaldisham, but it's something like it. Garbaldisham Road is from a Stephen Fry sketch.
It's a proper noun, though, surely.
It's a word. Words proper nouns are a subset of the word.
Is it goulash?
But it's not satisfying
No,
as an
goulash.
answer.
It sounds like a soup full of balls. It's lovely.
Garibaldi biscuit.
Log, what is my favourite curse word?
Looking at you,
Wow, this one's an easier one.
I'd say it's probably female genital, but not cunt. It's probably prick.
Oh,
You can say prick with emphasis,
is it
though. It's a
twat?
good
You can't. No, it isn't.
I was going to say twat, but he shook his head. That's why I switched from
Are you
female
going to
genital.
choose something willfully obscure to make yourself seem more interesting?
No, it's a word that I say all the time.
Chapstick.
Yeah. Dick shit.
Dick shit.
Dick shit. That's
I do
more
say
of
that
a
quite a
hybrid.
Yeah.
I
but-
don't know. Does that count?
It definitely
Try
does
the new
count.
hybrid dick shit.
Because I'm quite fond of fuck chest.
You can't hear them coming.
Woo! Jokes. Awesome. Matt,
Right.
I like this
I'm going to
feature
answer
so
one
far.
about you.
Right.
What sound or noise do you love?
Well, you should know the answer to that.
The sound of his own voice.
Whoa! Hey, guys, easy.
Moo! I'm a bitchy cow.
You're a horrible man.
I think it'd be something like you like weird things like StarCraft 2 and stuff. So.
I've been around his house and he was playing it,
Is that
looking
true?
like he enjoyed it as
Is
well.
that true? That might be true, actually.
What's the sound of like I don't know what the fuck happens in StarCraft? Did you level up or something?
Oh,
Like,
no, no, I don't.
Bet you love all that, don't you?
It must be
Was it a
something-
Protoss zealot doing a blink?
No, it's not. No, I think
What
my
is- what is your
favourite noises are
favourite
very
noise?
strange things, actually.
Okay. Did we turn the lights off?
Actually, I think one of the noises I do like is the kind of, actually, if you can talk about video games, I always liked in GoldenEye with the sound that a grenade launcher makes. It kind of goes, "Woof-oom."
That is a good
That's
noise.
a nice noise.
And
yeah.
I
It's
love
a good
that
impression
noise.
of that noise
Yeah.
as well.
It's very good. I've been
Very good,
practicing for
very good,
years.
very good. So, Matt, what do you think Steve's least favourite noise is?
Yeah, no, that's
Sorry,
my
I gave the game away.
You did. I was
think
gonna say that, actually, but you did beat me to it.
I think my favourite noise is ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da.
Steve, what is your least favourite noise? Was it that meow?
I think we established that, didn't we?
Probably the one I just screamed at.
Sweet. What profession other than his own would Log like to do?
Come on, I've probably said this. I wish I was doing something else, Steve. Jeez, I'm 38 years old. I'm not even 38. I'm 37. I'm writing about video games for a living. So what would I rather do, Steve?
Gynecologist.
That would suit the fact I'm always going on about ladies' fannies, yes.
Well, you did
Go on one.
You don't know me at all, Stephen.
That's pretty inaccurate.
I just know you to have owned an accurate cast of a vagina.
That was right.
That was-
It went all grotty.
Yeah, because people kept jokingly sticking their fingers into it.
Yeah, they'd lick their fingers and work it around. And
Yeah.
the moisture would build up in it.
Yeah,
What does
so
rubber do?
What do you mean?
What does rubber do afterwards? It goes off. There's a special word for what rubber does.
deteriorate?
Flangerates.
I don't know the special word.
Disameliorates. Yeah, but anyway, I did that, and it just. I picked it up one day, and it stuck to my fingers, and all the foam came out.
Oh, jeez.
That was
What a clingy,
Yeah,
clingy
fucking-
fake vagina.
Jesus, give me. I want to live my
Like a
life.
real one, eh? Hey, fellas, hey? Oh.
Anyway, that was a.
I will not corroborate on that as the other straight man in the room. No, I think Log would like to. Maybe he's mentioned that he might like to go back to running a pub at some point.
I would like to run a pub. Yes, that's very good. I've done it before.
I listen to what
Have
you
you?
say.
And it's-
Sure.
Yeah, I ran a pub in Nottingham.
Were you
I
good at
listened
it? Were you good at running a pub in Nottingham?
I was fine. I ran it with my dad, so he got to do all the stuff of kicking people out, and I would run after them saying, "Sorry, I'm the nice one. Please like me, even though you're barred still."
Did you used to like wipe down the tops of the bar and talk to the people when they came in and stuff?
You do that.
I
yeah,
bet you'd be quite
because
good at that, actually.
just to stop it having puddles on it.
Not because you wanted to talk to people.
That's what you have the tiny towels for.
Yeah, and I'd use a tiny towel. I wouldn't do it with my forearm.
He's just down licking it out going, don't mind me, the puddle.
Sucking good stuff. I'd have a pint if I were you.
What profession would I least like to do, Log?
I know the
I
answer to this
think
one.
you'd hate to be a torturer.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a profession?
Yeah,
Torturer.
Yeah, there's people...
but people do it. It's part of their jobs. Or maybe it's
You saying torture doesn't exist?
yeah.
I'm not saying that, Steve.
Fucking
No.
conspiracy theorist. Yeah.
Are you saying you'd like to be a torturer?
No,
He does seem quite keen on it, actually. I can see the gleam in his eye.
I should have thought about it, really, but I didn't envision it coming this way. But, I don't know.
Well, if you're going to ask open questions
I'd be
like
shit
these,
at being
would you
a
envision it
soldier, I
going
guess. That's a
anyway?
job.
Would you like to put a bell on my chest with 2 mice underneath it, and then heat up the bell until the mice panic and well, they don't squirrel, they dig into my rib cage.
Mice don't
squirrel.
Mice and squirrels
Damn mouse.
They can do loads of stuff, but squirreling's out of their reach.
No, I would not like to do that. So, yeah, good
Well,
guess.
what's the fucking answer then?
I don't know. Guess that.
Well, no, but you're the person.
I wouldn't
Of
like
course
to be
you know.
a soldier. I reckon I'd be shit.
No,
at that.
I'd be rubbish at that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, why are we doing this? I'd be questioning
I
everything.
wouldn't.
I'd be like,
Yeah, because I wasn't very nice to my teachers either.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Fuck
Imagine
that.
what I'd be like to my superior officer. I'm
Yeah.
like, not doing it.
I don't want to shoot a man.
You do the press-ups, dick.
Actually, it's more
What are you
efficient
gonna
to
do?
make friends with them. You can only defeat your enemy by befriending them.
Yeah.
So your shooting idea is shit.
I learned that in Modern Warfare 3.
Anyway, war is wrong, so there. And to round off this lovely feature, it's a nice communal question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly
What up,
gates?
motherfucker?
Boom shakalak.
Suck on this.
What up, dick shit?
Yeah, you heard me.
Fa la 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 la.
Ba la 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 la.
Fa la 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 la.
Hello. Well, for my regular feature this week, I've been looking at all these dragons and stuff this week. There's been lots of things related to dragons going on, and I have realised I still haven't actually seen Game of Thrones, and I've heard it's very good. Gavin's looking at me.
I'm on
thinking,
book 4 of Game on Thrones.
Oh, right.
I call it Game on Thrones.
Game on, Thrones.
Game on Thrones would be awesome if they had Samantha Janus in it. They all lived in Samantha Janus and Sean Bean live in a flat, and Sean Bean never goes outside, but he does have a surfboard.
I have no idea
It writes itself, doesn't it?
what the fuck is going on. But yeah, basically, I haven't seen Game of Thrones, but I like the idea of it because I like kind of theatrical kind of Lord of the Rings style voices. So what I've done is I've looked online a little bit and tried to work out vaguely what Game of Thrones is about, and I've written a brand new show which is called Matt's Game of Thrones. So. Because I haven't got time to watch TV.
Game of Thrones is one of those things that I watched the first 20 minutes of the first episode and thought, this is so far removed from what I enjoy in life. I'm not going to watch this.
Well, you're going to have a
It's boring as
fucking
fuck.
whale of a time with
And
this.
then I thought, no, come on, go back to it. Then I read on Twitter something about one of the main characters in the first series, and I thought, well, fuck you.
Hang on, that's
go
not a
back
satisfying story to listen to.
No, why?
And it's been out now, so you can tell us what it is.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay, well, spoiler alert.
Everyone fucking dies.
No,
in
I
it.
don't
It's
want to
not a
watch
spoiler.
it. No,
But
don't
no.
spoil it because I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch it.
Well, can you cover your ears?
Oh fuck!
you editing this one?
Probably. I
Hey,
don't know.
Matt, guess what? No,
Oh,
something
is it about? Oh God, no, I can't because then you'll know I'm talking about the one
This
who's
is
going
just
to die.
rubbish. Let's just not do this.
Okay, let's read your. Matt's Game of Thrones.
We've been handed the script, and I've seen there's a lady in it, and I want to be the lady.
All right. Well, I was going to just pass it around, but you're the lady, Steve. Okay. Okay.
So you've used all these names, which are real names from.
yeah.
the
No, I went on like IMDb and just grabbed some names. I don't know.
Can I be Tyrion?
Tyrion is
vaguely Welsh.
You're
He is a
Tyrion.
dwarf.
Is he?
Yes, he is an ugly dwarf. Well done.
Right up my
Hey!
sleeve.
Right, Log, you can be. Do you want to be
Typecast
Joffrey
again.
or Sean Bean?
I'll be Joffrey because, as everyone knows from the books, he is a really nice one.
Well, I don't know that because I haven't read the
Spoiler alert, God.
He's
Okay,
not.
I'll-
He's a
Right, no.
wanker.
No.
Is Sean Bean is in Game of Thrones? Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
That's funny because Joffrey's not Sean Bean in Game of Thrones.
No, he's not.
But Sean Bean is in Oblivion
Right.
as brother Joffrey. So that's interesting.
That's a fascinating
Fuck a
fact.
doodle shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Have the police been informed about this?
Do you mind if I just sit this feature out?
I've just gone off a bit dizzy of it.
I can't believe it. What are the chances of that? All right. Well, I'll be Sean Bean then, I guess.
Seven noble families fight for control of the mythical land of Westeros. Political and sexual intrigue is pervasive. The dominant families are the houses Stark, Lannister, and Baratheon. Although most of this has been taken straight off of IMDb, Wikipedia informs us that most of our tale is filmed and produced in Northern Ireland. It is a dark, cold night, and the people in the castle are sitting near to fires whilst eating bits of meat.
Aye, 'tis good meat, my lord Joffrey. I thank thee for thine appetite-quenching kindness.
You quench thirst.
Fuck off.
You sate appetites.
Ooh, Joffrey's got some balls on it.
Joffrey doesn't know how to read his fucking lines.
No worries, peon. We thank the celebration of this eve to one man alone, Sean Bean.
I have heard tales of this Valen versatile acting abilities. Does he get around more in this than he did in Sharp?
He most certainly does, my lord Tyrion. He has already punched in me thrice on this day, once of which happened without my prior agreement, as was common in these dark and bleak times.
He's very self-aware. You've got to admire that.
Yeah.
Hark your mouth, wench. Shoshan doth arrive from the north.
Eat well, my friends, for today we have fought off the fire of 1,000 beasts. The Leonardos from the south have been vanquished, and all but nothing remains of the Crostini invaders that lay hidden within our mists. Tonight, let us shag each other to bits. Men, to arms!
Oh my days! Who shall have sought me out this eve?
Good lady Cersei, as thou art a lady, wouldst thou allow me to proper stick one in thee?
Nor did I stick one in thee first, Sir Tyrion.
What is this treachery of which you speak?
Ooh, 'tis naught but a Game of Thrones. And tonight, my good sir, the dice are to be thrown directly at thou's face.
Is that what happened in Game of Thrones?
Pretty much, yeah. Except
Did you say there's a lot of bumming in it?
no, there is Renly and some bloke called Soloros Tyrell who he gives him a gob job, but you don't see much. There's loads of bumming from behind in it.
Okay.
But it's
Bombing from behind as opposed to...
Oh, doggy style. Sorry, I should clarify that. Bumming from behind is in.
Oh, yeah, of course, you can bum from pretty much every direction.
Yeah, the bum is a versatile hole.
It's 360 degrees.
You are one big bum.
What?
Bienvenido a las características regulares.
I have been playing a computer game which is a role-playing game, and it reminded me that I've never played a proper game of Dungeons and Dragons. I've wanted to, and I've got mates who play it, and they're all really sexy. So I thought it'd make us sexier if we tried to play a game of Dungeons and Dragons.
Seems like pretty good logic to me.
So, I don't like the idea of me assuming the role of a dungeon master. I'm not on a power trip. I just want to enjoy a few fantasy scenarios with my friends.
Of course.
So I thought it'd be nice if we were all dungeon masters. Should we have a quest each?
Yep.
That makes sense.
Right, I'm going to give Matt a quest.
Okay.
Steve's quest is to make Gav resent his dad.
Matt's quest is that he must marry a giant millipede.
Gav's quest is to bum a dog.
Log's quest is to get Steve to do a big sword fight with Matt's hair, which is snakes.
Okay. We're in Gav's house.
It's a great scene.
You're in the living room. Gav's dad is watching television. There is an exit to your north. And a
This was
window
Dungeons and Dragons.
to the west.
Inspect fireplace.
In the fireplace is a burning photograph of Gav as a child.
Look in mirror.
You look in the mirror, you see tears streaming down your own face.
Suddenly, you turn around to look at the photograph on the mantelpiece and you realise that the picture of Gavin is flaming. You try to pull away, but it lurches towards you, pulling you into a realm of mystery.
Of Dungeons
and fucking dragons, rather than Gav's fucking living room, Steve.
The lurging photograph has the power to do this.
Also, Gav's dad comes with you.
Fuck you.
What about my dog? My dog, I see, looking at me.
Your dog is not in Dungeons and
Swimming
Dragons.
towards me.
You can't take your fucking whole family, Gavin.
Your dog
You've already
was
got your
running
dad.
towards the portal. The dog wanted to come with you, but your dad closed the portal.
But my dad
and now he
has
is stuck away from
My
you.
dog has my passport.
Thank you, dog.
Suddenly,
Aid me in my quest.
suddenly, a giant millipede enters the room. Which is a dungeon. And there is no dragons here yet.
I love how you can see our individual interests in this quest already. And
The millipede shrugs at Steve's agenda.
But he knows mine and he fucked it up for me.
Immediately, the millipede moves towards the party, with a sexy glint in its eye.
Oh, what's that? The portal's opening back up, and here comes my dog. After all.
All right, Gavin's dog enters the realm.
Gav's dog and Dad are in the realm.
What is the dog doing with Steve's hair?
The dog
How
seems
did it get hold of that?
fixated with Steve's hair. Although Gav appears to be unhappy about this.
There's only one way to get that dog off Steve's hair, and that is to bum the dog.
But
Bum its wig off.
Just as he was about to bum the dog.
Your dad opposes that action. He says, Gav, don't do that. You've always disappointed me. And this is the last in a string of disappointments leading up to this point. Gav, I hate you and I disown you. What do you say to that?
I've got my dog with me, and I run out the door, crying tears.
As you are leaving through the door, the millipede attacks, striking the dog. The millipede rolls 3 6s, immediately killing the dog.
Your
Meanwhile,
dad, Gav's dad laughs over the corpse of the dog. He says to Gav, I'm glad your dog is dead.
Meanwhile, Matt's hair has proved to be something of a Medusa-like affair and has started be turning into snakes.
Turning into snakes?
Yes, hideously beturned.
Thankfully, a priest arrives and casts a magic spell on Matt's hair, returning it to its former majestic glory.
I say to the priest, hey, priest man, with that magic stick, can you bring my dog back to life so I may bum it?
The priest
says yes. The dog turns into a zombie and puts on the Medusa wig and starts making advances towards Steve.
And your dad starts sneering at you in a really resentful way. How do you react to that?
The priest ignores everything else and says to Matt, do you wish to take this giant millipede who has just killed a dog as your beloved wife? And Matt says yes, and they are married, and Matt wins the game.
Steve, the dog's nearly on you.
Don't worry,
A sword drops from heaven as though it was designed to be used to kill the snakes on the dog's head.
I haven't been paying attention to anything but my own quest, so I backed the dog away.
With the sword?
Luckily, the dog lands on my penis, and I finally get to bum him, and that's the end of my quest.
Oh, okay.
Steve, have you killed the dog's hair with the sword?
I stabbed Gav's dog with the sword in the hair. With my hair?
The hair that is Matt's hair,
Matt's
that is
hair?
snakes. That's my mission!
Hey! And Gav, do you fucking resent your dad?
Massively.
Yes! Hey! We all win.
We all level up. What's my new skill? Everyone,
You got a fireball.
Archery.
Friendship.
I learned how to persuade people.
rainbows!
I got a +1 in friendship.
That was awesome.
I wondered why I liked you.
And now it's time for my regular feature, Steve's attempts to make Apple like our podcast more. We've all noticed that we've appeared in iTunes' new and noteworthy list. That's fine. I'm really enjoying that Apple have identified that we are a new podcast.
Yes.
But we're not yet in... Apple have a section on iTunes that's called Staff Picks. I thought the only way to get into Apple's Staff Picks is to observe what they're picking and just try to just emulate what the other podcasts are. So I looked at 3 podcasts in the Apple pick. Okay, one is TED Talks videos. I mean, very original. One of the most popular podcasts in the world.
Yeah, it's just facts that exist.
Hang on, though. Shouldn't we be trying to befriend Ted and be like, hey, Ted, why don't you talk about it on your podcast? Because then that gets us into the man.
Ted isn't a person.
Have you listened to TED podcasts?
Do you not know what TED is? You fucking idiot.
It's a convention where they don't call him a fucking idiot.
I'm sorry, but
I don't know what this is.
I'm a horrible, aggressive man, and that nothing you can do.
TED Talks is a conference where they bring scientists and writers and artists together to give speeches to crowds of people. And it's supposed to be very inspirational.
Pretty brilliant,
and
to be honest.
And it's a wide range of
You're
things.
looking at me to go, sounds boring.
Sounds gay as fuck.
Boring.
No.
So
that's
why
I
called him a
So
fucking idiot.
Apple enjoy that.
Right.
Culture.
Fair play, because it is there. It's very good. Another podcast I noticed I like is The Beautiful Universe, which is a video podcast with views from various telescopes of the universe, and it's a very visual thing.
Right, so it's clear that you've chosen some podcasts that are really relevant to ours in terms of trying to get.
Well, I think we should try and steer ourselves towards this style of podcast, because that's what Apple like. And if you want to be staff picked and become popular, then we need to do that. I mean, is everyone happy just abandoning everything we've done so far and just adopting all of the themes of?
Yes, absolutely, no, absolutely.
Cool. Okay. Hello. How are you? It's been great, hasn't it? The moon. Moon. Hey. The moon. It goes by many names. Moon. Or simply the moon. Or Galileo's ghastly spook lamp. Or Apollo's wink. But what do we really know about this, the moon? You probably saw the moon on your way here to my TED Talk and thought, fuck, what's that all about? So hands up, who saw the moon?
I did actually, yeah.
You saw the moon?
I saw the moon.
We all saw the moon. Yeah. Everybody's got their own moon story.
Yeah.
So here's some facts about the moon. Sponsored by BMW. Moon facts. The moon is a terrible incandescent sphere of hot salt and chalk. The moon just suddenly appeared one day.
And never went away.
It did for a while, and then it came back.
No talking in the front.
Please be quiet, I've only got 4 minutes.
Sorry.
The moon orbits the Earth exactly once a month. Almost as if it knows.
Once a month.
Always a month.
The moon has 5 phases. Half done. Most.
Well done.
All there.
And overcooked.
DreamWorks.
What I got.
And where is it? The moon holds authority over the emotions of women. Its gravitational pull drawing the menses upwards and away from the utera through tidal capillary action towards the heart, lungs, and brain, affecting thought. This was known in the olden times as lunar womb tug. A common treatment for lunar womb tug was to invert the affected woman during a full moon in order to entice the menstruum back down the body. A common sight in medieval England was of entire villages of upturned women splayed across thatched roofs. When it rained, some unfortunate women would slide from the perches and fall into barrels, which is where the phrase moon barrel lady comes from.
What?
No.
Papa?
Okay.
Look,
another podcast. Another podcast that Apple likes is the Beautiful Universe, which is just like pictures of the moon. So I printed out pictures of the moon for everybody.
So we just take this in and then...
This is a fucking awesome picture of the moon.
You could just hold it.
Question. Is this a black and white picture?
Yes. But the moon is in black and white.
So...
Should we just look at it?
That's the end of my feature.
Oh, fucking hell.
Have we got any questions? Are we allowed to ask questions?
It does seem like the main crux of how to get Apple to like our podcast is just to let Steve talk for a bit.
About the moon.
Which I'm not saying that won't work. I think you might be onto something. But
I have a question for Ted about the moon. Have you ever been to the moon, and what was it like, and can I go?
I think, well, thousands of astronauts have been to the moon, but they never...
So I was like, one after the other, because that only helps.
They queued up.
It's been several at a time. I don't think they don't really talk about it much, do they?
Shell shock.
No, it is generally accepted that going to the moon gives you such a shrivelling sense of self that you become perfectly insane.
Shit, guys, I don't want to break this up, but I've just realised if you look at this picture of the moon and you look at the shadow of the moon, it is quite clearly quite clear if you look at the dark marks on the moon, it's a man doing a shit.
On the moon.
On the moon.
It is as well.
It really is.
Hang on. You rotated the moon 90 degrees.
Well, so the moon can rotate itself fucking 360 degrees whenever it likes, man. Have you never seen a program about planets?
I have another question for
know what you're talking about?
I have another question for Ted about the moon. Ted, how come on that picture it looks like there's a man doing a shit on the moon?
It's a good question. It's a very good question.
To be fair, it needs answering now.
Ted.
Oh God!
Ted?
I don't know because you turned it. It doesn't
This
look,
lecture's a farce, Ted.
If you hold it sideways, it looks like a man who's fallen off a toilet and is continuing to do it.
This is space.
If I lie on my
you
back,
can twist it whatever you want.
Ted, if I lie on my back and I put my bell end over the moon, and then I pull my bell end away, and my pubes have grown, does that make me a werewolf?
Yeah, Ted.
Ted?
No, sorry. No,
Ted?
No,
Ted?
there is no
follow-up question about the werewolf.
There's no question.
Ted, can you answer the question about the werewolf?
Look, we're not going to get picked. Apple are not going to pick us.
I know it's not made out of cheese, but is there cheese on it?
Because you're making a fucking joke out of the whole thing, right? This was these are things. The facts I gave were facts about the moon. Okay.
Okay.
And so you're saying that if
Apple picks? They pick scientific. Right. And historical and technological podcasts.
Could a wolf in a spacesuit live on the moon?
Yeah, Ted.
So, Ted, are you saying Ted? I mean, are you saying that if you want to be successful in any capacity, that we have to let you talk about the moon every week?
No, I'm just saying because
this
is what they want to hear.
I don't know if I want to do it every week.
No, we don't have to say it. Just every now and then, just let me talk about the moon for like 3 minutes. That wasn't that long.
All right.
I have a follow-up question for Ted about the moon.
I don't give it. No, I don't.
Do you want, he's not being a good Ted. Do you want me to take over the throne of Ted? And I will answer your questions about the moon.
You go, Ted. You go.
Take it, usurper. I'm sitting on the throne of Ted.
First up, new Ted.
Shut your mouth, artist formerly known as Ted.
Up the moon, if I become a werewolf, is the moon made of cheese?
The answer is yes, Steve. You would become a werewolf.
No, you wouldn't.
There is no cheese on the moon because they lack the dairy facilities.
Excuse me, Ted. We've got a new Ted. If you could let new Ted speak, that would be wonderful. Thank you very much.
Old Ted, cast him into the dungeons. There is no use for him now.
I will do so, sir.
He'll give you outdated moon facts.
This is a scientific podcast.
New Ted, can you explain?
Science moves on all the time. Do you deny that, Steve?
Why does the moon look like a man doing a poo?
That is because the man that is on the moon doing a poo is you in your dreams. And moon is the place where the dream come true.
It makes so much sense.
Great. That answer was both scientific and funny. No,
you've been
it was neither.
Oh, man. You're taking
worthless.
I think this will definitely get us in the picks.
I think so, yeah.
I think you've done a really good job.
Battling for the vote. Thanks,
Ted.
Thanks. All right, man.
As Ted, I thank you for that.
Yeah.
As long as you edit out the last 5 minutes of shit.
You're a creationist, Steve. You can't stand that facts about the moon have moved on and they no longer fit your worldview.
I am a creationist.
How?
Because I like to create.
Oh, right.
That's a terrible use of words. Anyway,
good job.
Thank you for joining us on episode 10 of Regular Features. And it's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from Ted. It's goodbye from Ted.
New Ted, superior Ted.
And it's goodbye from Gary.
I said, say goodnight, Log.
Superior Ted. 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 Superior